Welcome back to The Bachelor. Last week, our bachelor had to eliminate one of his joints. The joints this season are functional junctions between the bones that vary considerably in structure and movement. Each one is classified according to their degree of movement, which will be a big deciding factor for our bachelor in which joint he will choose.
Novia, will you accept this rose? Yes, I will accept this rose. Cardi, will you accept this rose?
I'll gladly accept this rose.
So sorry, Phoebe. I just don't feel like you have enough appreciable movement, and I'm just not looking for that in a relationship.
I can't believe I got eliminated just for not being as movable as the other joints. It's only because I lie between bones that closely contact one another. What he doesn't know is I'm actually a suture. He's so shallow. I'm glad I got eliminated.
I'm so glad she got eliminated. She was obviously not his type. The Bachelor is obviously more into movable joints like me.
Novia, I felt that we've gotten to know each other so well over the last few weeks. I've learned that you're freely movable and more complex than the fibrous and cartilaginous joints.
I even told you about my hyaline cartilage at the end of my joint. They surround my tubular capsule, which has an outer layer of ligaments and inner lining of synovial membrane, which secretes synovial fluid to lubricate the joints.
Oh, and don't forget about your shock-absorbing pads of fiber cartilage called menisci, and also your fluid-filled sacs called bursae that aid in the movement of a tendon gliding over the bone.
Yeah, I feel like we have definitely grown closer together these last few weeks, but I have something to tell you.
Oh yeah? What is it?
I have rheumatoid arthritis, which is a painful and debilitating arthritic disease where the synovial membrane of a freely movable joint becomes inflamed and thickens. Then my articulating cartilage will be damaged and my fibrous tissue infiltrates, which will interfere with my joint movements. Over time, my joints will ossify and fuse with articulating bones.
It's true that I'm really starting to like Novia, but this rheumatoid arthritis might be a deal breaker. The reason why I liked her so much is because she's freely movable unlike the other joints. But now I feel like the rheumatoid arthritis will just hinder her movement.
Cardi, I feel like we're starting to have a real connection, like how hyaline cartilage or fiber cartilage connect the bones of cartilaginous joints.
I totally agree. We get along really well, like the cartilaginous joints that separate vertebrae in the vertebral columns. They absorb shock and help equalize pressure between adjacent vertebrae when the body moves.
Yeah, even though you have limited movement due to the slight flexibility of your disc, I still feel like I'm developing feelings for you.
After spending this final week with these last two joints, I definitely feel like I can ask one of them to marry me.
I really hope the Bachelor chooses me. We've been getting along so well, and I can totally see myself spending the rest of my life with him. He did start acting a little bit weird when I told him about my rheumatoid arthritis, but I feel like we have a strong enough connection that we can actually overcome that together.
I definitely think that The Bachelor is going to choose me over Novia. I mean, the connection between us is undeniable, and there's no way that I'm leaving here without the final rose.
This has been the most exciting season yet, with many different joints and joints based on shape. Some of the contestants that have already been eliminated are the hinge joint with the convex surface of one bone that fits into the concave surface of another. The pivot joint with the cylindrical surface of one bone rotates within a ring formed of a bone and ligament. And the saddle joint, who forms between bones whose articulating surfaces have both concave and convex regions. Now the bachelor must choose which joint to give the final rose to.
After this long journey, the final rose will go to...
Come on, Kimberly, shoot it, let it go.